I see you, Prince. Turn me up, though. With my vocals loud. This that gutted. That's a nice. Playing ball at the rucker. These read off a script. When they see me, they stop the acting. I lock the class in nights. I would battle them with lots of passion. Lost a war knowing it never was easy to block a captain. Lean back, soldier. You need, don't ya? Won't let you quit. Here go. Won't ya? This that fatigue rap. Jeans black. Green Bay jersey matching a team hat. You all need, so I brought cream back. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We the owners of.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. A look at Indiana's starting group. And for New York, Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. Preseason pontification is over.
BA, you're spot on. No more guessing, no more wondering. The games count now. A lot of optimism could be about to vanish in these first handful of games. Got to check it out.
Here we go.
And it's the Knicks to start out. Here's Costello. Shoots a fadeaway. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Right here.
Tries it from 19. It's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Inside. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cast them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Here's Costello. Out left to the wing. The three ball. Counted from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Lopez. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Foster. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Shot from the low post is good.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
To end the run, buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Pass to Costello. Takes the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Foster. Three-pointer. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams in the NBA. In the 3rd spot, the Pacers. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
And the way both of these squads shot the ball last season was tremendous. Trusting in one another, following their offensive game plan, and executing with confidence.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. To the paint. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
3rd in assists, 3rd in field goal percentage. And they were the 3rd most effective team when it came to guarding the ball. They played with incredible focus when they had possession and did a great job not letting defenses get the better of them.
And you look at their assist. Top 5 in the league, specifically because of how committed they were to moving the ball and making sure they got great looks. Knicks leading by 7. A minute 37 left in the first quarter of the game. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
No good on the free throw. The 2025 playoffs had some incredible comebacks, Clark. Indiana had some all-timers.
Yeah, it was absolutely unreal. The excitement, the drama, the close finishes. I mean, unbelievable. How about these wins for the Pacers? Down by 7 with less than 40 seconds against the Bucks. Got it done. Also trailed by 7 with under a minute versus the Cavs. Won that one. And losing by 9 in the last minute against the Knicks and came through again with a win. And even in the finals, they made some miraculous comeback wins against OKC. Had at least one miraculous comeback win. So an amazing clutch playoff performance by the Indiana Pacers.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And the first one at the line is good. Hits both from the stripe.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Smith outside. To the inside. Goes up at the elbow, and he hits the jumper.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Drew. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
.36 seconds left in the first quarter. And the shot goes. He's got 6.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. Smith right side. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's New York, earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back to you.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And it's the Pacers with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. And there's the screen. The baseline J is on the way, and that's good. His first bucket of the game. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Oh, cameo from a boogie with a hoodie.
His Knicks are up, and he's got to be feeling good. Always great to see your hometown team put on performances like this.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Shot clock at 3. Covered by Smith. To the left wing. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Boom! He jammed it straight down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Foster. To the middle. Here's Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Now here's Smith. Still without a bucket. Rejected by Lopez. From 9 feet. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Knicks leading by 5. From 13, another one falls for New York.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
There's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
They set the screen. Unloads from 13. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
That shot wide open. He's got 5.
Backing up that last three with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Costello. Pulls up, high post, and that one drops. Costello's got 6 points.
And that's all the space he needs from that range.
Foster, the pass to Lopez. Here's Foster. The 3. Costello grabs a miss. With the drive. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pacers trail by 7. Pass to Lopez. .34 seconds left to play in the first half. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. 4 on the clock. Perfection with the jumper from the elbow.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
.26 seconds left to play in the first half. Pick by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shakes him, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front, up 5. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so, bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Welcome in for halftime.
Well, they've been the more physical team, and we've seen that on the glass as well as all the other areas, guys.
Yeah, this team is built to rebound. We thought that might be an advantage coming in. And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
Check it out, New York. Starting the season with a little home cooking. Put you in a good mood and get you ready to hit the road after that.
Those home fixins'. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Foster. to Lopez. Clock at 6. Here's Foster. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And for Indiana, here's Costello from behind the arc. The shot no good. Here's Foster. Now Lopez. Pass to Foster. Lets it go. And Indiana again with the bucket. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Out to the wing. Four on the clock. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. He drops it from range. He's got 5.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
New York has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Now the Pacers on the move. Out to the right wing. Here's Foster. He has 6. Yes, it's good. And it's a 4-point Indiana lead.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. 5th on the list, Indiana.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
A tight one here in New York City. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Can they get it? And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Indiana's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Indiana.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. To the wing on the left. Pass to Costello. New York working the ball around now. New York needs to get off a shot here. Shot from the wing. The shot misses. Indiana leading by 5. Here's Foster. Down low. It's stolen. Here's power at home.
Oh, wow. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Lopez. Chalk up 2 there. Lopez has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
The shot's good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Pacers have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. covered by Smith. From outside the arc, sends it home from three-point land. He's got 6.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Costello. Back to Smith. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. That shot, no good. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on a 19-6 run. Over to the left wing. For 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Indiana finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back to the game after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Pass to Akporti. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
2 shots. Two.
First free throw is good. That one's no good. Indiana leading by 7. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Here's Foster. Inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
New York has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. To the inside. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. They set a pick. There's the triple. Sinks the tray.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Drew. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Foster. Launches a 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around. calling them into the huddle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thank you for that, Allie. Indiana on D. 7-point differential. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. He launches. The three ball is down.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Quick two. All net.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Knicks trail by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Now Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Can't get the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here he goes. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
So it's the Knicks now. Back to the basket by Indiana on the other end.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful. And he slams it down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Flushes it down with both hands.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Indiana on offense. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And there's a pick. Can they tie it? And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.